Bonjour à tous, bienvenue dans ce nouvel épisode de En bord terrain. Aujourd'hui, petite spécialité, car nous serons en anglais. Vous l'aurez compris, notre invité est anglophone et il s'agit de Joey Carbery. We are starting now in English. So, Joey, you were born in New Zealand and then you've been living in Ireland since you're 11 years old. Have you been back in New Zealand since?
Yes, I've been back a few times. We toured Australia and NZ with Ireland a couple times. So each time I've been able to get back and see some family. I have 3 aunties and my granddad over there still, so it's nice to get back and see them. Unfortunately, it's so far away, but yeah, it's nice when I can get back.
But you're not really far from the weather. Ireland, New Zealand is quite the same. So
Similar. The summers in NZ are a lot better. In Ireland, we don't get too much sun regardless, but similar.
you are doing rugby since quite a lot of time now. Why rugby? Why did you choose this?
I suppose in NZ it's a big thing to do. Everyone kind of does it from 4 or 5. So yeah, I just had my dad and my granddad both were big into rugby at the time when I was first born. So it was kind of bred into me, I suppose. And then started playing from 4 years old and stuck with it ever since. And I suppose it's all I've ever wanted to do.
Mm-hmm. You never thought about doing something else as a job?
I don't know. It's hard to know because I've always been so engulfed. And then I suppose you kind of go into the academy in Leinster when you're under 15, 16s and you're engulfed in it the whole way up. But I have done my master's in business, so I need to have something for after rugby because it's a short career.
Yeah. And your dad were playing in a high level or just for fun?
Just for fun. He played representative under 21s,
Okay.
and then he had a few bad injuries, so he couldn't really kick on. But he was playing for Northland under 21s at the time.
Fly half?
Yeah. 10 and 15, so I didn't lick it off a stone.
All right. You always been a fly half?
I played a little bit at 9, maybe for a year, but pretty much always at 10. Played a lot at 15 at Leinster, but 10's probably been my primary position.
We saw you playing 15 for help when Bordeaux was injured. What is the similar thing between fly half and 15?
I think it's very similar. I think the way we defend, we have 10 and 15 in the backfield, and then a lot of teams do the exact same. So for defensively, it's very similar. And then as we attack, the 15 can kind of pop up as first receiver or second receiver. So it's very similar to 10 in that way.
All right. But you prefer fly half?
Yes.
Because you're more
involved. You get more
Yeah.
ball, you get probably a bit more say in the game.
All right. You played in the 20 team with Ireland. Did you knew Noel McNamara from there?
No, he came in the year after me, but I had Noel at under 19s. And then he was in Leinster as well when I was in the academy, and then when I first had my first year as a professional. And I remember Noel doing a lot of work with me around my kicking and skills area. So I would have known Noel a long time ago.
Is it something that made you choose Bordeaux too?
Definitely. I spoke to Noel when he was still back at the Sharks, before he came here, and that he was coming here. And then I think around maybe November of last season, Noel gave me a call saying Bordeaux are interested, and I think having that connection there for me was huge. Both with the Irish connection, but then as he's the backs coach, and it makes my job a lot easier knowing that I can converse with him. And having worked with him before, I really liked the way he thought and the way he teaches. So, yeah, it was great for me.
You also played 37 games with Ireland, which is massive. It's quite an amount. Which one has been the most memorable for you?
It's hard to look past my first cap. So we played the All Blacks in Chicago, and I turned 21 2 days before. So it was a big week. Given my first cap, turned 21, but it was the first time Ireland have ever beat the All Blacks in, I think, 120 odd years or 111 years. So for me, it's massive. I ended up thinking I wouldn't even get on. I ended up playing 25 minutes when Johnny came off, and yeah, it was pretty incredible. So it's hard to look past that.
And you were coming there as a former international. What are your thoughts? What are your objectives?
Yeah, I suppose playing in France, it's a lot different to the Irish system, and that's maybe taken me a few months to get to grips with it. But to be honest, I prefer it and I love it. The way it's more free flowing. There's more freedom, I think, within the game. So I've really enjoyed it. I'm learning the language slowly but surely. I'm getting there, doing a few lessons a week. And then I think it's really important. The winning teams I've been involved with previously to this competition within the squad. So each day you want to go out and you want to put your hand up, and you don't want to just settle for second best, I think. And I think if I'm playing at a high level, then I think Matthew then plays at a higher level, and then we both make each other play better. So I think in every position it's really healthy to have within a squad. So yeah, I think it's really important, and I think we have it in abundance within the squad. And the level of skill and the level of just really good players it's making our squad develop and grow more and more.
Was it like a thing to go in France, or did you plan to go elsewhere?
No, it was kind of, I suppose for me, Munster had offered me a few contracts, and I wasn't playing for Ireland for maybe 6 months, and that kind of hurt, and I wanted something different. I needed for my own mindset, a new challenge. I suppose I've always admired France. I've always admired the way the French team haven't played in Stade Francais a few times and Dublin against them, and then just in the Champions Cup throughout the years. It's always something that I've wanted to do. So I was pretty lucky that I had such a good club looking for me and was able to come here.
But we are also having a UK team in CC Cup, so you can bring your knowledge, experience about the team we are facing. Is it great?
Yeah, I think so. I think playing against Ulster this year for us, and I've played Ulster probably 2 or 3 times every season for the last 5-10 years. So, and to be able to go up and maybe explain to some of the guys over here who've never played there what it's like and what a team Ulster can be. So, and it was nice, and then as well to have some family come to the game. It was pretty cool.
You arrived at the start of the season. What do you like in Bordeaux?
I love the city. I think the city's beautiful, and there's so many good restaurants and nice places to go, whether you're going out to Carbery, Arcachon, and we haven't done it yet, but going down to Biarritz and stuff, and like San Sebastian, a few of the guys have talked about that. So I think being in Bordeaux, the city's stunning, but then there's so much things to do around the place as well. So, and it's also handy. We've had a lot of visitors over, as we can fly straight to Bordeaux from Dublin, so it's pretty easy that way.
Yes, because you are here with all of your family.
Yes,
like you have a dad.
So, I know, so it's nice having the help when parents and all come over.
Okay, yeah, it's like 1 hour from Dublin, 1 hour.
Now 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Most days as a flight, it's very easy, and we're only 40 minutes on the other side in Dublin, away from the airport, and then 15 minutes here. So
perfect.
Easy. So it's too easy.
Oh, good. Who's your best mate in the team?
In this team?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to put one, but I suppose I've clicked really well with Lulu. I think from what we can converse, he's helping me a little bit with my French. I'm helping with my English. He's a great guy, and I think he's a super player as well. So he's been someone who's been able to help me a lot with transitioning from the Irish game to the French game, and just even seeing what he does in training and in games. It's pretty special. So yeah.
Okay. I didn't thought about him. Like, I was wondering when I wrote my question.
Obviously, I'd be very friendly with like lots of taps, Ruin, I suppose, but that's probably because we fall into the comfort zone of speaking English. But I think outside of that, it's definitely probably Lulu.
We are gonna have the Sharks. Last time they came to Chavon, they beat us. So we would like to stay in the first position to be in a great, I lose my word in English.
Great spot.
Yeah, in a great spot for the ranking.
Yeah, definitely. I think I've played the Sharks a good few times now in the URC, home and away, and every time it's been they're a really tough team. I think their physicality is different. I think all South African teams, but the Sharks in particular. It's going to be a real challenge that way, and then just the line speed they bring. So it's going to be tough, but home advantage makes a huge difference. So this weekend is so important to us. So hopefully we can go out and get the result we need.
You played for the first time against Lyon.
Yeah.
But you've been injured. So you played at Chaban quite after this. How does it feel about this crowd and all the supporters?
I think the crowd's so special. I think even when we first arrive at the stadium and there's all those people and supporters waiting for us, maybe 2 hours before kickoff, it's incredible to see, and I think it boosts us on a lot. But it also makes you feel like you're playing for a lot more than just the guys around you. So it's I think Chaban, every time I've been there, it's been an unreal experience. It's loud, so yeah, we want to keep winning for them.
Did you ever experience it before?
No, never played here. I've heard of it, and I've heard about the long walk from the change rooms, but I never played here. So played in France a lot, but I think I played in Clermont before. I played in Paris, but I don't think anything compares to Chaban.
Nice for it. Yeah. All good.
Sweet guys, thank you.
Thanks to you. Thanks for listening us in this first episode in English, and we see you in French this time the next week for